I came into this league in 1961. We did not have a black quarterback. We did not have a black coach. We did not have a black offensive guard. We did not have a black tight end. We did not have a lot of positions that we weren't allowed to play. I took my responsibility very seriously. My responsibility, when the door cracked, kick it in, Deacon. From that day, from 1961 to the day I walked out, I tried to beat every man that got in front of me. Now the reason I did that was because the commitment was on me. We were demonstrating, we were doing a lot of things out there trying to change society. And those of us who had an opportunity had to be successful. The success wasn't just for me, but I felt like I had the whole group on my shoulders. I never went to school with a Caucasian guy. The first one I hit without the police coming after me was in the pros. I will never forget that. I will never forget that. That rings in my mind every day with everything that I do. Everything that I do, I put that same effort into it. I felt like I had to meet the ambassador because I remember those lines. I stood in front of that water hose. I stood in front of the denials and all the nasty comments. And every time I went out there in that line, I made somebody pay. But what they have done by organizing this effort is what I want every youngster out there and every human being out there to understand, that it's not over yet. We have not completed the task. And they are marching on with what each generation must do. You got to make people understand what we had to go through to get to this point, and that we have not completed the task. And we got to keep going. And I'm very proud of James and Doug, although they are quarterbacks. They stand very big in my heart. And I just want to personally thank them. This is very important for me to walk in this room and see all the youngsters back there. The real story has to be told to them. They must move this on. People have to know what we went through to get to this point. It's not been easy. Anybody in this room who was old enough to understand how it was should have a tear in their eye tonight, because this wasn't in the plans. We had not thought about this. This was the honor. The thing was to get a good education, to go to a school that's qualified, to get a shot at playing against the best competition. That's all. It wasn't nothing big. It shouldn't have been a big deal. Can't tell me I can't play against somebody. Still can't tell me that. I haven't had a tear in my eye in I don't know how long. Haven't had a tear in my eye in I don't know how long. This is very important to me. You know, having had to get to the pros to play against a white guy. First white guy I hit was in the pros. I'm ashamed of that, and I'm happy about that. But I'm ashamed of that. That shouldn't have been. I'd have probably killed somebody in Notre Dame. I'd have probably and every time I think about it, it really upsets me. Really upsets me, because I still, to this day, as I stand before you, I don't know how good I could have been.